we are now going to explore a more friendly, user-friendly GFCI. This is a GFCI that is in my family's bathroom. Now, the interesting thing about this GFCI that makes it a little bit different from the last one is that this GFCI is it's more visually impaired friendly. Now, granted, if you're blind, it's not really going to make much of a difference, but if you're visually impaired, it may be easier to use this kind of GFCI. Now, code requires that any outlet within 6 feet of a water source or that is located outside or in a bathroom is required to have a GFCI outlet. So this GFCI, the way it works is the left is still neutral, the bottom is ground, and the right side is live. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore this. I'm going to come in with my Klein tool. I've got the Klein tool already on, and the green light is active, and I'm going to start with the neutral. Go ahead and plug that in, and it's now plugged in as fully as it can be. The green light is still on, and it's not beeping. We're now going to remove it and go ahead and pop it into the ground, and now it's in the ground, and what do you know? It's not going off. We're going to pop it out of this ground, and boom. That right there was the live. That was the live section of this panel. Now this panel has a red reset and a black test, so I'm going to go ahead and push the black test. You heard that pop, and now we're going to reset. So let's go ahead and check if it reset properly. I'm getting a charge. Okay, that's good. We're going to reset it one more time. We're going to hit the test. Okay, that deactivated it. Now we're going to go ahead and plug in our Klein tool. What do you know? It's deactive in the live right side slot. So the GFCI is breaking this outlet, and it's protecting you in the event of a short. Sorry, that beeped because I accidentally turned it off. I'm going to turn it back on. There we go. Now let's just check everything else out. Neutral, still clear. Ground is still clear. Let's check the bottom live. Bottom live is clear. The bottom neutral is clear. And the bottom ground is clear. There we go. So this outlet checks out. Now I'm going to show you an outlet in my house that doesn't check out. Okay, we are back in my kitchen, and we are looking at the not so user-friendly GFCI. Here's something that's going to happen that's kind of crazy. Check this out. We're going to go to the live. We're going to activate our Klein tool. Go to live. Goes off. Let's go to neutral. Does not go off. But let's check out this top ground. Let's going to see what's going to happen here. Okay. Oh. Hang on. Seems like there's something going on with this ground. Not entirely sure. Earlier when I tried out this ground, it gave me some feedback. I think it may be just the way it's placed in there. Let's try the bottom one. Okay, that's active. That's not. And that's not active. Okay, perfect. So this not so user-friendly one is kind of goofy because if I rotate the Klein tool while in the ground socket, it can sometimes trick the Klein tool into thinking that there is an actual live circuit there. Let's go ahead and pop this one as well. So we're going to hit the test. It's deactive. Oh, that's interesting. It's deactive, and I'm still getting the live from the top and from the bottom, which means something's going on with this GFCI. It probably means that the fuse in here is dead and that the GFCI is no longer working the way it should. Let me reset. So that's kind of weird. So what I'm doing is I'm just plugging and playing through all the holes, checking through it systematically. The way you would do this if you were blind or visually impaired is you would, I'm going to turn this off now, is you would use the tip of your finger to locate the tab, the clear plastic tab on the edge of this Klein tool. To tell you roughly speaking where exactly you are with this device. With your finger there, you're going to know where the tab is at. You're going to pull your finger back and activate it. Now, I know where it's at, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the edge of my finger to locate the edge of the receptacle, and then I'm going to locate each of the outlets. As I do so, I'm going to remember moving from right to left and down. Right is going to be live, left is going to be neutral, and then you've got ground. Neutral and ground should not give you a reading, only live should, which means if you have a double receptacle like this, you should get 2 readings from both of the lives. The other 4 should not give you a reading. You can check your GFCI by hitting the test and reset. And while the test is engaged, the GFCI should be deactivated, which means the outlet should not be live, and you should be able to test with the Klein tool to see if the GFCI is in fact working appropriately. Visit theaciddrip.com for more content.